You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Hey guys, I'm Andy, and this is Mindset Matters More. And I want to talk about this quote. It is from Jim Rohn, a well known entrepreneur, motivational speaker, and personal development coach. And the idea behind the quote is that the people closest to you significantly influence your mindset, habits, success, and overall trajectory in life. If you surround yourself with ambitious, positive, and growth oriented individuals, you are more likely to adopt similar traits. Conversely, if you spend time with negative or unmotivated people, their attitudes and behaviors may rub off on you as well. So, I just read that from ChatGPT because this came up to me, and I have a little story I want to share. So, when I was younger, I remember seeing my family drink like for parties, for dinner, for holidays. Like it was very much commonplace to have big drinkers in my family. I come from a very large Latino family. And so for me, drinking was something that was like, you just did it. No matter what, you always like, there wasn't like, oh, just have a little glass of wine. No, it was like a big deal for these events. Even to this day, I remember I went to a baby shower and I had to get the fuck up out of there because I've been sober for 10 years and I had to get the fuck up out of there because people were coming in still like the party was half done and still people were coming in with cases of beer and big bottles of alcohol. I was like, oh, it's gonna be a time. And you know what? Good for them. Let them party, let them have a good time. It is not a judgment call on them. What I want to talk about is the way that I perceived growing up was that that was how it just was. That if you didn't drink, there was something wrong with you. Because all I knew was that drinking was a part of the family. Drinking was a part of the events and the culture, and everything that you did basically surrounded family, food, and booze, right? So if you didn't drink, there was a problem with you. And so this quote came to me, and I was thinking about who am I surrounding myself with these days? Because even when, like, if I trace back the history of my life, back when I was in school, I surrounded myself with people who were in school. Back when I was working at a freaking gas station, I was surrounding myself with people who worked third shift. Like, I always surrounded myself with people who had the same sort of mindset that validated what I was doing, even though I knew that I wanted something more, only because I, a part of me feels like I just want to conform to whatever's around me. That if I want more and the people around me aren't like that, or if I want something different, it's not even more. It's like if I want something different and the people around me aren't like that, then there's like this, like, it's like disjointed connection. And like I'm always somebody who wants to do more, be better, try something new, go out and do all the crazy things. And when that's not like happening, I tend to like make myself small and conform to the people who are around me. So I never break out of that loop. Now, I have broken out of that loop. And so here's what happened. And I'm going to use my sobriety as an example for this. Okay. So when I was drinking, I surrounded myself who thought like I did. Not only my family, I'm talking about friends. Like if you drank, I drank, we drank. That was we drinking. Okay. And we used to drink a lot. And I remember there was a time that like I used to just hang around with people only to go drinking. Like we didn't hang out at like any other reason than to have alcohol there. Like it wasn't like, oh, come over, oh, let's go get our hair done, let's go get a manicure, pedicure. And no, it was like, hey, we're going clubbing, we're going to the bar, we're going to the restaurant, and then we're going to the club. Oh, like there was nothing of substance there, like very superficial relationships surrounding alcohol. Again, good for them. Like, but I could not live that life anymore. So when I got sober, a few things had to happen. I had to stop hanging out with my family because I knew I could not drink there. I couldn't go out with friends because I knew I couldn't go out with them and not drink. Like, that was it. So here's the thing is that these two different groups, right? My family, yeah, you know what? They're my family. They still love me. They're still there for me now that I'm sober. You know how many other friends that I have still? Two. Two. My friends Lulu and my friend Kiki. And that's it. From my drinking days, that's it. Like, I do have a couple here and there acquaintances that like we touch base every once in a while, and that's it. But those have been my two friends that have like stuck with me forever and ever and ever. And that's because a lot of my friends were only around for the alcoholic part of me. And I kept validating it that, oh, this is normal, this is normal, this is normal, because that was who I surrounded myself with. So, how does that work now? Okay. So now I'm on this personal development kick. Now, kick. I'm on this personal development journey. It's not a kick. But so I'm on this journey, but that means shedding some people out of my life who that doesn't resonate with. And come to find out, there are people who were on the periphery of my life who were kind of on the outskirts, like, I knew them or I'm related to them, but not really had like a connection. But now that like I'm doing this, now they're like drawn into me, and we have these powerful, deep conversations about growth and spirituality, God and love and everything in between. But like I had to change. And that's one of the sad facts of change and habit creation is that when you change, the people around you also must change. Now, does that mean that the people will change? No, but they might be moved to the side so that other people who support this new part of you can be let in. And that can seem kind of scary, and that can seem pretty brutal to be like, yeah, you kind of have to leave some people behind. But in the grand scheme of things, everybody is on their own journey. And you cannot stop your journey to follow along somebody else's journey with them because you'll lose yourself. You have to walk your own path at your own pace. And you know what? That doesn't mean goodbye forever. Might just mean like, hey, I need to explore this other part of me. If you ever meet up with me down the road, awesome. Love to have you. But sometimes we do have to let go of people in our lives. And it's beautiful, but it's also challenging. Like I know that there have been friends, especially when I was drinking, who had to leave me because they had their own thing. They went and got married, they went and had children, they went and got sober, or they moved away because they had to go figure out their own shit. So I've been left behind, and it's okay. My life kept going. I kept growing. I kept doing me. And so you can't just hold on to a path because you're afraid it's going to abandon someone else. Who knows? That could be a catalyst for them to want to level up too. That's a piece of their story that they need to grapple with. But shine your light unapologetically. Be so authentic in who you are that you're going to attract the people who need to be in your life. And yeah, it's going to repel the people who don't need to be there anymore. Okay? Love you guys. Bye.